Welcome to Before the Council, a reading of the Revere City Council agenda for the meeting of Monday, April 22nd, 2019. There are 35 items on the agenda this week. Coverage begins at 4:45 p.m. with the Zoning Subcommittee, chaired by Councilor Anthony T. Zambuto. He is scheduled to be joined by Councilor Jessica A. Giannino, Councilor Patrick M. Keefe Jr., Councilor Ira Novoselsky, and Councilor Daniel Rizzo. The committee will discuss the following. Pursuant to Council Order 19-041, James S. George, on behalf of Externet Systems and AT&T Wireless Network Building and Consulting, 100 Apollo Drive, Suite 303, Chelmsford, Massachusetts, 01824, requesting permission from the Revere City Council to install small cell wireless equipment on an existing National Grid wood utility distribution pole at the corner of number 116 State Road and 4 Unity Avenue in Revere. At 5:15, we move on to the Legislative Affairs Subcommittee, chaired by Councilor Patrick M. Keefe Jr., Councilor Ira Novoselsky, Councilor John F. Powers, Councilor Daniel Rizzo, and Councilor Anthony T. Zambuto are also part of that subcommittee. The committee will discuss the following item. Pursuant to Council Order 18-036, this is the ordinance prohibiting disposable plastic bags. At 5:45, we have the Appointment Subcommittee meeting, chaired by Councilor Jessica A. Giannino, along with Councilor Patrick M. Keefe Jr., Councilor Joanne M. McKenna, Councilor Stephen Morabito, and Councilor John F. Powers. The committee will consider the following appointments. First, pursuant to Council Order 19-059, the appointment of James T. Lynch Construction Company of Andover, Massachusetts, as a licensed drain layer. Second, pursuant to Council Order 19-072, the appointment of Natalie Kong to the Board of Health. 3, pursuant to Council Order 19-073, the reappointment of Rapid Flow of Revere, Massachusetts, as a licensed drain layer. Fourth, pursuant to Council Order 19-074, the appointment of Luigi Ciccone Masonry Construction of Revere as a licensed drain layer. Fifth, pursuant to Council Order 19-075, the reappointment of J&A Contracting Services Incorporated of Chelsea, Massachusetts, as a licensed drain layer. Sixth, pursuant to Council Order 19-076, the appointment of D&M Civil Incorporated, Middleton, Massachusetts, as a licensed drain layer. Seventh, pursuant to Council Order 19-078, the reappointment of Menino Construction Company of Lynn as a licensed drain layer. Eighth, pursuant to Council Order 19-079, the reappointment of Ms. Diane Colella of Revere as Election Commissioner. Ninth, pursuant to Council Order 19-080, the reappointment of Mr. Henry Mancini of Revere to the Revere Housing Authority. And 10th, pursuant to Council Order 19-081, the reappointment of J. Marchese and Sons of Everett, Massachusetts, as a licensed drain layer. Please note that in order for an appointment to be confirmed by the full City Council, the appointee must attend the Appointments Subcommittee meeting. 6 o'clock, we move on to the City Council meeting, which begins with a salute to the flag and calendar item number 1, the roll call of members. Calendar item number 2, the approval of the journal of the regular meeting held on April 8th, 2019. Calendar item number 3, under public hearings. Pursuant to Council Order 19-054, this is a hearing called as ordered on the revocation of the following Chapter 148 licenses, number 606 and number 629. Calendar item number 4, public hearings, 19-063, hearing called as ordered on an ordinance further amending the zoning ordinances of the City of Revere relative to towers and telecommunication facilities on municipal buildings. Calendar item number 5, pursuant to Council Order 19-084, hearing has been called as ordered on the petition of Mr. Bernard J. Schramm, trustee of the 257 Washington Avenue Realty Trust, for the purpose of considering the discontinuance and abandonment of a certain portion of Lincoln Street as illustrated on the petitioner's plan. Calendar item number 6, pursuant to Council Order 19-085, hearing called as ordered on the special permit application of Mobility LLC, 120 South Riverside Plaza, Suite 1800, Chicago, Illinois, 60606, seeking permission from the Revere City Council to install a small cell antenna and associated equipment on the existing utility pole number VZ3332 on Pleasant Street near the intersection of Broadway in Revere. Calendar item number 7. Under the Zoning Subcommittee report, pursuant to Council Order 19-041, James S. George, on behalf of Externet Systems and AT&T Wireless Network Building and Consulting, 100 Apollo Drive, Suite 303, Chelmsford, Massachusetts, requesting permission from the Revere City Council to install small cell wireless equipment on an existing National Grid wood utility distribution pole at the corner of number 116 State Road and number 4 Unity Avenue in Revere. Calendar item number 8, Legislative Affairs Subcommittee report. Pursuant to Council Order 18-036, this is regarding an ordinance prohibiting the distribution of single-use disposable plastic shopping bags. Calendar item number 9, the Appointment Subcommittee report. Pursuant to Council Order 19-059, this is regarding the appointment of James T. Lynch Construction as a licensed drain layer. Calendar item number 10, pursuant to Council Order 19-082, this is regarding the appointment of Natalie Kong to the Board of Health. Calendar item number 11, pursuant to Council Order 19-073, this is relative to the appointment of Rapid Flow as a licensed drain layer. Calendar item number 12, pursuant to Council Order 19-074, this is regarding the appointment of Luigi Ciccone Masonry Construction as a licensed drain layer. 13th, pursuant to Council Order 19-075, this is relative to the reappointment of J&A Contracting Services Incorporated as a licensed drain layer. 14th, pursuant to Council Order 19-076, this is relative to the appointment of D&M Civil Incorporated as a licensed drain layer. 15, pursuant to Council Order 19-078, this is relative to the reappointment of Menino Construction Company as a licensed drain layer. Calendar item number 16, pursuant to Council Order 19-079, this is relative to the reappointment of Ms. Diane Colella as the Election Commissioner. Calendar item number 17, pursuant to Council Order 19-080, this is regarding the communication from the mayor relative to the reappointment of Mr. Henry Mancini to the Revere Housing Authority. And calendar item number 18, pursuant to Council Order 19-081, this is relative to the reappointment of J. Marchese and Sons as a licensed drain layer. Communications, calendar item number 19, pursuant to Council Order 19-086, this is a communication from the City Auditor relative to the Capital Improvement Stabilization Fund appropriation dated April 18th, 2019 to Arthur Guanasso, City Council President. Dear Councilor Guanasso, now that the budget season is upon us, the administration will be presenting to the City Council various requests for appropriations for FY 2020. An important part of the budgetary process is the city's capital improvement plan and FY 2020 capital improvement budget. Last month, the council approved $1.2 million to the city's capital improvement stabilization fund, which increased the balance of the account to $2.1 million. The administration is now requesting appropriations from this fund to address the following capital needs of the city. Police vehicles, $115,000, one police patrol vehicle and one prisoner transportation vehicle. Police equipment, $100,000, replacement of computer equipment. Fire vehicles, $145,000, 3 administrative vehicles for fire prevention, training, and the chief. Fire equipment, $50,000, replacement of turnout gear for firefighters. Parking vehicles, $65,000 for 2 parking control officer vehicles. Schools, facilities, $75,000 repairs to the Wayland School tot lot. DPW vehicles, $80,000, one sign department vehicle, one highway department vehicle. DPW infrastructure, $100,000, repairs to the public stairs throughout the city. DPW maintenance, $50,000, maintenance and removal of trees throughout the city. DPW equipment, $50,000 for repairs, replacement of signage throughout the city. DPW equipment, $50,000 for repairs and replacement of playground equipment throughout the city. Planning equipment, $100,000 for equipment for alternative transportation methods / green initiatives. And these important capital expenditures represent items from the city's capital improvement plan that can be addressed using available funds in the Capital Improvement Stabilization Fund. Please find attached a copy of the certification of available funds for your review. I will be in attendance for Monday's City Council meeting to answer any questions with regards to this request, and assign best regards from the City Auditor Budget Director. Calendar item number 20. Pursuant to Council Order 19-087, this is a communication from the Mayor requesting an amendment to the revised ordinances of the City of Revere relative to trash collections dated April 18th, 2019. Dear Council members, this letter accompanies the proposed amendment to the city's trash ordinance. The new ordinance will delete sections 024, 025, 026, and 027 of Chapter 8.04 of the Title 8 and replace with the following new Chapter 8.06. I hereby request your consideration and approval to order the proposed ordinance to a public hearing. Regards, Brian M. Arrigo, Mayor. Calendar item number 21. Pursuant to Council Order 19-088, this is a communication from the Mayor relative to the reappointment of Chemdeli Construction of Boston, Massachusetts, as a licensed drain layer dated April 9th. Dear Council members, please be advised that in accordance with the provisions of Title 13, Chapter 13.08, Section 13.08.435, the revised ordinances of the City of Revere as most recently amended, I hereby request that Chemdeli Construction Company, Incorporated of Boston, Massachusetts, be appointed as a licensed drain layer. Please take careful notice that all drain layer licenses expire on April 1st annually, unless sooner revoked by the Mayor and the Council. Mr. Cavagnaro has been advised that he will be contacted directly by the appointment subcommittee with a date and time to appear before them concerning this appointment. Regards, Brian M. Arrigo, Mayor. Calendar item number 22. Pursuant to Council Order 19-089, this is a communication from the Mayor relative to the reappointment of J. Masterson Construction of Danvers, Massachusetts, as a licensed drain layer dated April 9th, 2019. Dear Council members, please be advised that in accordance with the provisions of Title 13, Chapter 13.08, Section 13.08.435, the revised ordinances of the City of Revere as most recently amended, I hereby request that J. Masterson Construction Corporation of Danvers, Massachusetts, be appointed as a licensed drain layer in the City of Revere. Please take careful notice that all drain layer licenses expire on April 1st annually unless sooner revoked by the Mayor and the Council. Mr. Peach has been advised that he will be contacted directly by the appointment subcommittee with a date and time to appear before them concerning this reappointment. Regards, Brian M. Arrigo, Mayor of the City of Revere. Calendar item number 23. This is a communication from the Mayor relative to the Unit B Memorandum of Agreement dated April 17th. Dear Council members, please find attached the recently signed contract between the City of Revere and the Massachusetts Laborers District Council Public Employees Local 22, Revere Unit B. I hereby request an appropriation necessary to fund the cost items contained therein. Regards, Brian M. Arrigo, Mayor. Calendar item number 24. Pursuant to Council Order 19-091, this is a communication from the Mayor relative to a loan order in the amount of $6.7 million for the Phase 10 construction, CWSRF project number 4487. Dated April 17th, 2019. Dear Council members, I am writing to request a public hearing for one new loan order for borrowing under the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection's, Mass DEP's, calendar year 2019, CY-2019, Clean Water Slate Revolving Fund, CWSRF. The CWSRF was established to provide a low-cost funding mechanism to assist municipalities in complying with federal and state water quality requirements. The city is seeking to borrow funding for construction of the following projects: CWSRF construction project number 4487, $6,700,000 for the Phase 10 construction, which includes infiltration inflow, I&I, removal, illicit discharge detection and elimination, IDDE, pump station construction, and drainage improvements. This CWSRF loan received initial approval from the Mass DEP through the CY-2019 CWSRF Intended Use Plan, IUP. In order to take advantage of these low-interest loans and potential principal forgiveness this year, the city must complete two steps. First, approve a resolution expressly authorizing the mayor to file all applications and execute documents necessary for the loans, and second, approve a loan order for the full balance of the project. The construction work proposed with this new fund, as well as similar work necessary in future years, are required commitments of the city's consent decree with the United States Department of Justice to remedy historic violations of the Federal Clean Water Act. Specifically, the work proposed under the CY-2019 CWSRF 4487 funding will accomplish the following. The $6.7 million in construction funds will be utilized for 5 categories of work. 1, to remove and redirect sources of illicit connections to the sewer system. 2, to extend drains as necessary to remove illicit connections to the sewer system. 3, to rehabilitate sewer pipelines, pumping stations, and manholes to reduce inflow into the water system. 4, to rehabilitate storm drains and pumping stations to improve flood control and/or to reduce the amount of storm water entering the water waste system. And 5, to complete the capital improvements to stormwater and wastewater pump stations throughout the city. I ask that the City Council approve the resolution and move this loan order to a public hearing at its earliest opportunity. In advance of the public hearing, I will arrange for the city's staff and our consultants, CDM Smith, to provide the City Council with an update on the status of the previous and ongoing work completed within our sewer and stormwater systems to meet the demands of the EPA, the United States Department of Justice, and the consent decree. This background should assist the Council as it deliberates on this most recent funding request. Regards, Brian M. Arrigo, Mayor. Calendar item number 25. Pursuant to Council Order 19-092, this is a communication from the Mayor relative to a loan order in the amount of $1.5 million for Phase 11 Field Investigation CWSRF Planning Project number 4532, dated April 17th, 2019. Dear Council members, I am writing to request a public hearing for one new loan order for borrowing under the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection's, Mass DEP's, calendar year 2019, CY-2019, Clean Water State Revolving Fund, CWSRF. The CWSRF was established to provide a low-cost funding mechanism to assist municipalities in complying with federal and state water quality requirements. The city is seeking to borrow funding for planning of the following projects: CWSRF Planning Project number 4532, $1.5 million for Phase 11 Field Investigations. This CWSRF loan received initial approval from Mass DEP through the CY-2019 CWSRF Intended Use Plan. In order to take advantage of these low-cost interest loans and potential principal forgiveness this year, the city must complete two steps. First, approve a resolution expressly authorizing the mayor to file all applications and execute documents necessary for the loans, and second, approve a loan order for the full balance of the project. Planning work proposed with this new fund, as well as similar work necessary in future years, will be required commitments of the city's consent decree with the United States Department of Justice to remedy historic violations of the Federal Clean Water Act. Specifically, the work proposed with the $1.5 million in CY-2019 CWSRF 4532 planning funds will be utilized for 3 categories of work. 1, to investigate the condition and operation of the sanitary sewer and stormwater system. 2, to continue with citywide supplemental field investigation activities associated with illicit discharge detection and elimination, IDDE. And 3, to continue to develop and implement a house-to-house inspection program for the purpose of identifying sump pump for removal or redirection. I ask that the City Council approve the resolution and move this loan order to a public hearing at its earliest opportunity. In advance of the public hearing, I will arrange for the city's staff and our consultant, CDM Smith, to provide the City Council with an update on the status of the previous and ongoing work completed within our sewer and stormwater systems to meet the demands of the EPA, the United States Department of Justice, and the consent decree. This background should assist the Council as it deliberates on this most recent funding request. Regards, Brian M. Arrigo, Mayor of the City of Revere. Calendar item number 26, pursuant to Council Order 19-093. This is a communication from Mr. Wayne Rose relative to Safe Saturdays. Motions, calendar item number 27, pursuant to Council Order 19-094. Motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the City of Revere proceed with a 6-month moratorium on all residential properties greater than 6 units within the City of Revere. Further, that the Mayor provide the City Council with any scope of work related to the master plan, retained traffic studies from previous development, and/or any proposed development communicated to the Mayor's office or Bob O'Brien to help with the study of future development impact on the city's critical infrastructures, education, and health of the community. Calendar item number 28, pursuant to Council Order 19-095. This is a motion presented by Council President Guanasso that the Mayor request the MBTA to set up a meeting at City Hall to allow residents to purchase Charlie card passes due to the work being done on the Tobin Bridge. There has been a high demand for these passes, and many residents are unsure of the process to obtain one. Calendar item number 29, pursuant to Council Order 19-096. This is a motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the Revere City Council send a letter of support to the workers of UFCW Local 1445 in their effort to negotiate a fair and equitable contract with Stop and Shop. Calendar item number 30, pursuant to Council Order 19-097, a motion presented by Councilor Zambuto that the City Council delay a vote on the city's proposed plastic bag ban ordinance until the legislature enacts S. 462, an act reducing plastic bag pollution. This act would apply to the entire Commonwealth of Massachusetts in accordance with the proposed language of S. 462. Quote, any municipality with an existing ordinance or bylaw banning plastic bags shall be null and void on August 1st, 2019. Calendar item number 31, pursuant to Council Order 19-098. This is a motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the Mayor requests the Director of Parking to use discretion when enforcing the provisions of Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 90S, 20A and a half, relative to the towing of vehicles after receiving 5 or more violations. Please note that the statute reads the parking clerk may notify, as opposed to shall notify the Chief of Police when requesting a vehicle be towed for delinquent violations. Though towing has been done in the past in accordance with state law, the current enforcement policy of towing any vehicle that has received 5 or more violations that have not been paid after 21 days is draconian and affects the poorest and most vulnerable residents of our community. Calendar item number 32. Pursuant to Council Order 19-099, this is a motion presented by Council Vice President Keith that the Mayor request the MBTA and the Department of Public Works to review the installation of steel posts at the corner of Broadway and Park Avenue westbound to guard pedestrians from large buses and trucks driving over the curbs and handicapped accessible ramps. This is happening much too frequently and will help eliminate the issues. Calendar item number 33, pursuant to Council Order 19-100. Motion presented by Council Vice President Keith that the Mayor requests the Traffic Commission and Department of Public Works to install an additional crosswalk on Park Avenue between Dale Street and the Hill School crosswalk locations. Calendar item number 34, pursuant to Council Order 19-101. This is a motion presented by Councilor McKenna that the mayor requests Capital Waste to place city-issued traffic barrels back on the sidewalk as opposed to leaving them in the street. And calendar item number 35, pursuant to Council Order 19-102. This is a motion presented by Councilor McKenna that the mayor requests the city solicitor to draft special legislation amending Chapter 185 of the Acts of 1983, an act establishing a traffic commission in the city of Revere so as to provide for public hearing notice requirements and regulation adoption notification to property owners on streets affected by the adoption of traffic commission regulations. The only notification requirements for the adoption of traffic commission regulations are that public notice shall be given by publication in full of the proposed adoption, alteration, or repeal, not less than once in each of 3 successive weeks in one or more newspapers published or distributed in the city. Public notice shall include a statement of the effective date of the proposed action, which shall not be less than 21 days following the first of the 3 newspaper publications. The current law does not provide adequate transparency to property owners affected by the adoption of traffic commission regulations. And this has been before the council, a reading of the Revere City Council agenda for the meeting of Monday, April 22nd, 2019. I'm Rick Promise, and I'll see you at the council.